What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 22 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
I'm Alex.
So,
Took your time that time.
so.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a new logo up there.
Yeah. You guys.
I'm the Joker, by the way. Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys could tell. And then Gus
It's
is.
good glasses, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
I'm-
good cartoons. You know, some people might not be able to figure it out. And
I think
we should tell them.
It's on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the
Yeah, it's
Instagram post, I
It's
put it.
clearly labeled if you saw
Whatever.
it. I don't know if you saw it or not, but
Yeah.
It's a cool logo.
He clearly
Gus
didn't
worked on it pretty well.
like it that much.
I like it.
So.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Sound petty,
No, it's not.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about WandaVision up to episode 4. Start
Start
I-
with episode 1.
Yeah, we'll start
We'll
with
just start with the first 2 episodes. 'Cause they come in
yeah,
package.
first 2 came out together, so I guess we could talk about it like that.
Black and white ones.
Yes. So
First 2 episodes.
first episode
Based in the 50s.
Well,
Well,
Second episode based in the 60s. I don't know.
we technically find that out later if you don't understand what shows are referencing, I guess.
Yeah. What shows are they referencing? Okay, so the first episode is I Love Lucy for sure. Right?
Second one I think is Bewitched.
Yeah,
Yeah, which makes sense with the whole magic stuff, magic show and everything.
Oh god.
oh, so each show is referencing a specific
yeah,
one?
you can
Yeah, and
definitely
then
feel
the third one
I
is
thought it was
supposed to
just a
be Brady
combination.
Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fourth episode, side, behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah,
I think that's the way you would
over
probably.
The first 2 black and white.
Yeah.
Something different.
Episodes.
Yeah.
So, first episode,
It's
they're arriving to this new city, Wanda and Vision. We don't know how Vision's alive because Vision is technically dead the last time that we had seen him.
Yeah.
And they had tried to bring him back, but they couldn't.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too on the timeline, like, cause they don't tell you anything. They just jump right into it.
Yeah,
It's-
just
it's
jump right into the
random
show. You don't
and,
know what's
you
going
it's
on. You
Wanda
know,
and Vision.
Why is
and
the TV show?
Yeah,
they're
and
trying to live a normal life.
yeah,
really
and
weird.
it's
Connect. You're not sure if it's connected to like actually what's going on.
yeah, and like I think that's what I really like about the show too. Like I love every episode so far. Like personally, like the first 2 episodes were really cool because like as a kid, whenever I would have to go to like my great grandma's house, we would always watch like I Love Lucy and like all those like older sitcoms.
Mhm.
And to see like Marvel just like kind of like mess with these weird ideas to like
Yeah.
like why not make a TV show sitcom thing where
Fuck it.
like yeah like why not, we're doing a TV show, like let's on our TV in this like really weird way. And I think it's really cool. And I just like I love how weird it is. I love like how they're committed to this like idea.
Yeah.
And like just like how strange everything is, and
It
like
also seems like a lot of fun for the actors. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this like old school like sitcom
yeah
feel to it.
I think it's okay. I mean, I like it. I like that it's different, but I don't think I could have watched like if they would have done the whole series as like the I Love Lucy, I would have been like okay with it. But so I am glad that they're like
oh yeah
showing us
yeah
different
Yeah.
like as the decades go through, like the way it was filmed and just like the whole vibe of it, the whole
Yeah.
feel of the
Side
show.
note: Sal doesn't like old stuff, like black and white, like older movies.
No, just too much of
nah,
it.
not for him.
Yeah.
Not for him.
Well,
He just doesn't like old movies.
He's ageist.
So
I feel
I feel like that has something to play with.
I think you probably agree with me if you watch 100 new movies and 100 old movies.
I
Like, you like the
don't
new movies more.
like revisiting old movies as much, for sure. Older movies, but they definitely seem to bug you a little more than me. Like when we go back to watch older movies, you're just like,
Well, yeah, because I think it goes back to
the.
it goes back to the idea of like the movie's trying to fool you like that it's a movie, like it's really happening. You know, that's like the goal of the movie. Like
Yeah.
so, an older movie. It takes me out of it a little bit. If it's
'Cause
black
we're
and
so used
white-
to-
Yeah, we're so used to like.
I get it.
Now,
New
like,
technology.
Yeah.
New,
Yeah.
New tricks.
new methods, new tricks. Yeah, new
Yeah, I
technology.
agree.
Just like
And anyways, let's go back to episode 1. So episode 1 starts off, they're like moving into this new place and everything, and they have a mark on their calendar. It's just a heart, right? I think it was just a heart,
Yeah.
and
They weren't sure.
they didn't know,
know
why
what-
it was there.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know if it was their anniversary or what. So they all started they both started freaking out. But Vision goes to work, and he ends up finding out the reason why he had it on there is because his boss was supposed to come over for dinner, and then
WandaVision thought it was for their anniversary.
Wanda.
Yeah, Wanda.
Wanda.
Yeah,
I keep
Wanda.
calling her WandaVision too.
Yeah, Wanda. She thought that like it was anniversary, so
He did
one
too.
well, they both did, but he
Right.
ended up finding out, and he called, and she was like, "No, don't worry, I got it all under control." Because her neighbor came by, which is played by I forget her name, but she's in like she's a
She's like
comedic
Brothers.
actress. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in Step Brothers. She's
Yeah.
cool.
she's really like funny and over the top usually, but it
She's
worked.
like a good supporting.
Yeah,
actress.
yeah. You never
like
see
her.
her as like the main actress, but she's a good like
She's good.
supporting
She
role.
needs to get her lead role pretty soon because she's pretty good. She's always good.
Yeah. But yeah, so she comes over and she's like, "Well, if it's an anniversary, you got to do the X, Y, and Z and like be like I have these magazines and stuff like that." So Wanda prepares for like an anniversary dinner, so she's like all in this like super like sexy
Skimpy,
for that time period, like dress and everything, and like making like chocolate strawberries and stuff like that. And then like the boss comes over and everything, and they have this dinner, and it's like really awkward, and his wife is played by the wife from That 70s Show.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like it's really wacky, and they're like just trying to like make everything work, like typical sitcom
Yeah.
where like you like
It's like a
just
disaster.
yeah,
They're
it's
trying
like
to
a
fix it.
disaster
Yeah.
that they're
Yeah.
trying to fix. And but then like at the end of the episode, it takes this really weird turn where like the
Yeah.
boss starts choking, and his wife is just like laughing like stop it, and like
Yeah.
it's just like it's like a glitch in the Matrix type deal where they're like
But what is
something's
it? What is going on?
we don't know yet. I
Uh,
think
I
it's
don't- I don't
either
think we know yet.
yeah, cause so
It was really confusing.
yeah, it was really weird, but it was like kind of like kind of like creepy too.
Yeah,
like
it was
Yeah,
very
it was-
scary.
yeah,
Creepy.
like-
he's over here dying, and like the wife is like laughing, and Wanda's just kind of staring at him, like, "What do we do?" And then they finally
Which is-
decide to use their powers, and Vision
Yeah,
takes out the.
It was
piece of food.
confusing that they were confused. That was I think that was the most confusing part in
Yeah.
that show. Like
It's confusing.
Like,
that they're
why-
confused.
like
like,
they had
obviously
no
we
idea
don't
what
know
was
what's
going
going
on,
on.
but they
But
also don't know.
Yeah,
what's
but they
going
don't know.
on.
Like, do they know? Like, I was confused about if they knew what was going on, what wasn't going on. Like,
Who
are
knows
they,
what's going on here? Who knows?
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I would have thought one of them knew or something, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was the first weird moment. Like everything seemed kind of like.
Wait, that
sitcom-y
wasn't
until
that was the second episode.
No,
was
that was
first
the first
episode.
episode.
First episode.
Second
The magic
episode-
one was the first one.
No,
No.
the second episode was the
That was
magic
first
one.
Yeah, the second episode is when.
Oh,
Because they're
when-
trying to
yeah.
fit in more, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you should do the magic show so that you guys can like fit in." And
Yeah.
then,
Got it.
well,
That was funny. That
yeah,
was
it
entertaining.
was really silly because
Yeah.
Vision chews
Chewed a
gum,
gum.
and he accidentally swallows it, and it just messes up his whole
I didn't like. I don't know.
bodily
I thought it was
functions
funny.
because it's just
acts
like
drunk.
yeah, he's like
Yeah.
drunk because of a piece of gum
Yeah.
because he's a robot and he doesn't eat.
It
And
was just weird.
yeah,
I don't
it-
know if I like that or not.
it was
funny.
silly. It was
Yeah,
just
I
it was
liked
just
That wouldn't really happen though, right? Like,
no, I don't think so.
Oh,
No,
who
like
cares?
Vision.
Who cares?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean,
But yeah, I thought it was silly and funny, and
Ends up,
I
like, using his powers in front of everyone.
like
and
he
they play
can
it off.
drop it, can he? Because he can go through stuff.
I'm sure he can. That's not the
He
point.
could've
Sal.
just,
You're
like,
overthinking
oh,
it again.
like-
He definitely can. I'm sure he can. A piece of
Yeah.
gum is not going to kill him.
Okay.
It's freaking
whatever.
they're just
Vision.
going by like the TV
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it was
standard, I
silly.
guess.
It was
Yeah.
definitely silly.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
super
they end
silly.
up having this magic show. Oh wait, but before that, Wanda like is at like a community like gathering thing
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
yeah,
all the
yeah.
wives from the area to like talk about the upcoming talent show. And
On the radio. The radio.
yeah, then so Wanda meets Geraldine, and Geraldine doesn't know why she's there either.
She's
like
the
she says,
only
"Oh,
African American.
yeah, and yeah, because it's kind of
because it's the
par
60s.
for the time, yeah. But also like she asks her like, "Oh, like what are you doing here?" And like I don't know. Like she like when she asks, it's like a really weird like I
Right.
don't know like why I'm actually in this world,
Yeah.
not like why I'm at this meeting type of deal.
Yeah.
At least that's how I read it. And so they kind of kick it off, and then by the end of the meeting, Wanda is like having like a talk with the like head lady, and then the radio starts like going crazy, and you start hearing Wanda, are you it, or are you okay? Like, who's doing this to you? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
Second
so
creepy moment.
yeah, so like it's creepy, and then like the other lady like smashes the glass in her hand and cuts it, and that's the first time we see color in the show.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like breaking reality, and like, or at least that reality.
It's like evolving.
Yeah, yeah, and it was really strange, and like she's like, what the hell's going on? But it's so strange because like clearly like they're set in these time periods, but it also seems as though Wanda and Vision know everything about their actual lives.
I don't think
They know they have powers.
Okay,
But they're
yeah, they
confused.
know they have powers. Isn't another thing I'm kind of like weird about the show. That what are her powers?
Wanda?
Yeah,
She's
WandaVision.
magic.
She look like she's a witch, I guess. But because in the right now she seems OP. She could just do anything. It sounds like
Yeah, she's
can-
pretty much the strongest.
strongest.
She's usually one of the strongest characters in Marvel.
she's just making things. Like
Yeah.
she can make things, pop things up. She obviously has telekinesis.
Before
which
we get
already
there,
makes
before we
her-
get there, we don't, episode 1
No,
and 2,
but
we
I'm
don't
talking about
really
these
know.
shows. Just these shows.
Well, we don't
like-
really know that it's her.
In the magic episode when Vision's doing things,
Yeah.
and she has to kind of like fix
use
it, make
her
up
own
for it.
magic to
she
actually
has-
make it look
she's
real.
using her own magic to like
Yes.
make it real.
Yeah.
She's doing things that, again, I don't know if they're just she can't actually do it, but just going with the flow of the show. But I didn't know she could do those things, like turn actual piano into a cardboard piano.
I kind of always thought her powers were pretty limitless.
Unlimited-
She can kind of do whatever.
Yeah,
She's
'cause
a
like-
wizard. She's a witch.
So when she first showed up, that was Ultron. She showed up obviously with her brother, which we'll get to in a bit.
Cool.
But like she's always just had like magic and just weird, like she can control things with her mind, and like
Because in the,
they
well, in the
never-
movies,
yeah, they never really like go into detail about like all of her specific powers. So I guess it's kind of just like an open book.
Yeah.
Like if they want
She
to
can
make
do
her
anything.
do something, she can do it pretty much.
That's what I always.
but okay, so
Pretty open.
her powers have been pretty grounded, like mind control and telekinesis. That's what she can do.
Mm.
Move things. Like beyond that, she hasn't. And being able to turn piano into a piece of cardboard.
Well, she stopped
starts to
I
go
mean,
Thanos though, right?
She
starts to go into Wonder Woman territory
She
with the
destroyed.
wish.
Nah, she destroyed an Infinity Stone. So I feel like
That's part of a that could be part of a telekinesis.
But she also like
Nah.
That's like she's
No.
breaking it apart with her.
Nah.
That's different than she's turning a piano into a piece of cardboard.
I feel like
She just made
The
a
fact-
piece of rope just pop up.
the fact that she can.
She made it out of nothing. It's
Yeah.
different to break something up or move it than to make it out of nothing.
well, but this is where you're starting to get the explanation of her powers then, because before she had just started, like they had been testing her before, right?
Who has been testing her?
Like Hydra, like when in Age of
So you're
Ultron
telling
they
me
had
her
just
powers are evolving.
maybe, or they're just she's
I mean,
just
that's-
finally
that's-
getting used to them and
That's
stuff
an
like that.
explanation, but I feel like it's definitely a jump.
I
and it-
guess, yeah,
And
but
it goes into Wonder Woman Make-A-Wish territory, being able to make something out of nothing.
nah.
That's not like that. Shouldn't. That's not a power and ability to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, it's
How?
magic, bro.
Make a time machine. Bam. Can you make a time machine?
You gotta make it work.
Why don't you just make a time machine?
You gotta make it work.
I don't
What
know.
can't you
Well,
make them?
I mean, I'm sure we'll get more explanations and stuff, and just like how powerful she is as the episodes
Or
continue
maybe
to
these
pass.
powers are just in this world that she's in, right? Maybe it's not something that's.
Well,
gonna
yeah,
transfer
because
Also-
like
to the real world.
Bewitched, like the whole thing with Bewitched, it's like this woman. She's also like has magical powers,
Yeah.
and she like does this thing with her nose, and like stuff pops up. So I guess
No,
they're
but
kind of
that's
just.
Bewitched.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I know, but
so
they're
maybe it's
basing.
maybe it's an illusion. Maybe just people think that's what
That's what I said
that's
earlier.
what's happening.
That's
right?
what I said earlier.
It could be.
Is it her actual powers and she can actually do these things, or is
I
it
don't
just is it just kind of like they're going with the show? Like we
Okay,
just
let's
make her-
let's get along with
make her
episode 3 and 4
bewitched.
because I feel
Well,
like
but hold up.
Okay.
So 2, we still have to talk about.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because at the end of 2,
What else do we talk about?
yeah,
she ends up.
helicopter.
Yeah, she ends up finding like a helicopter,
Toy helicopter.
and that was also in color.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything really.
I thought I saw Stark. I saw Stark colors.
Yeah, it was probably red and yellow, but
Like Stark Industries or something.
we
Like
didn't
his
like.
Iron Man suit color.
Yeah, but it didn't say like anything on it that I can remember
I think it did.
until we see it in later. Yeah, and she's also pregnant now, so
Whoa, that's episode 3.
No.
But episode 2.
two is
She's
two at
pregnant
at the end
too.
of 2 she gets pregnant, and then they go outside.
The bee
Like,
guy.
oh, is this really happening? And they go outside, and then they see that guy in the bee suit coming out of the sewer, and you're just like, what the fuck is that all about? And then the
That was
episode
so
ends,
weird.
and I was like,
Yeah.
and, well,
like a
she sees it, and
beekeeper.
she's like, no, this isn't happening. And then she like rewinds time,
Which
kind
is
of?
okay. Yeah, again confusing. Like, is she
But-
doing this? Is she doing this? In my head, I assumed she was doing it, but it was weird because I wasn't sure if she knew she was doing it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe she's being controlled. Like,
Yeah, I feel like
thought-
there's some sort of controlling power behind
Yeah.
it, but I also am not sold one way or the other.
I have a theory, but we'll go into the next
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
Episode
So
3.
at the end of episode 2, it starts turning into color. Episode 3 is the Brady Bunch-esque episode with the intro
All
and
color.
everything. It's all color and everything. So we're kind of back to normal. It's 70s.
She's full on pregnant.
Very, yeah, she's full on pregnant, and like the pregnancy's like going by rapidly. Like she's already like overnight she was like 6 months pregnant or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And
she
then
had
the-
it same day.
yeah, and she ended up having it later that day. And yeah, so it's just kind of like a lot of like the wacky stuff I guess that goes on with like such a fast pregnancy and like not knowing what to do and not being prepared for this. And Geraldine ends up going over and like she's trying to hide the pregnancy because obviously like how the hell are you like already this pregnant? I just saw you yesterday type of deal. And yeah, so they're like she's trying to hide it and then she ends up finding out and she goes into labor and everything. She has twins and
Which I have a question. Like, okay, so is she actually having these babies? I guess I mean I know you guys know the answer to that. Does
Who
she
knows?
actually have these? Are they real babies or are they another illusion? Are this an illusion? Are these illusions?
We will find out, I'm sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll find out. Yeah, but to me, it made it seem like she actually had the babies.
It kind of
Because-
seemed as
So
that,
now they're
that
their
way
own
too.
living things like that. The babies are,
Yeah.
like moving and stuff. Like
I think my theory is it's her. I think it's something inside of her that's kind of taking over her subconscious, and she's kind of creating this world
going
that
to
she
theories.
wants to live in.
we're going to theories.
Yeah,
already?
going to
Yeah.
theories. I think she's creating this world that she wants to live in, where Vision is alive, where she has like a normal family.
But is she being controlled?
She lives
Does she
normally.
know she's doing what she's doing?
I think maybe she has like a dark side to her, like kind of like the girl from
Dark Phoenix.
teenage, yeah, like Dark Phoenix, or teenage Teen Titans.
Crow.
Teen Titans.
Raven
Like
or
she has
whatever?
like a dark, yeah, like something inside of
Uh,
her that
To me, I
can
thought
come out
it's pretty much the same thing, but like I think she just snapped after Vision died.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
and,
actually-
like
yeah.
Vision died, and then like she snapped, and like
yeah.
she's
Her
mentally
Phoenix
un-
came out, bro.
she's
Her
mentally
Phoenix.
unstable.
and
I
then
think she's
as
mentally
far
unstable.
as like what we know
I don't
for
know anything about the
future
comics, though.
stuff is
Well,
that it is going to be tied directly into Doctor Strange and the multiverse, whatever it's called. The Multiverse of Madness, is that what it's
I
called?
think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this where all
I
the
know it's
Spider-Mans
a
are gonna come out.
What is that?
Is this where all the Spider-Mans are gonna come out? Who knows?
I don't know. No, well,
They could be in the
Spider-Man's having
Spider-
his
they could be in
own
the
movie,
Spider-Man.
but
Yeah.
maybe that's how they describe it.
Yeah, all the Spider-Man are coming out in Spider-Man.
Yeah, so
I think it's all connected
I
too.
really hope cartoon Miles Morales makes an appearance.
No.
As a-
no,
as
I
a-
hope no.
They make
I'll
him
be
that'd
so
be
mad.
interesting.
What?
That'd be so stupid. Like
It'd be weird,
Yeah,
but
like in the
Bring out Miles
cartoon.
Morales. Bring out, that was the best
in
Spider-Man
the
movie.
cartoon, it made a jump to bring in the pig. What's his name?
Oh yeah.
That
Peter
was a jump
Porker.
for me, but
That was good.
But it worked because it was already in a cartoon world, and
Yeah.
I guess to bring a cartoon into a live action world would just totally throw it off. It'd just be like, no, stop.
yeah,
But
I
he
would not like
appears
that.
live action, you know. Don't make him.
But yeah.
cartoon.
So-
oh well, no.
So-
if it's a live,
Too
I'm fine if
much.
it's a live action. If you see a cartoon that turned into a human, like I would know.
Donald
Stop.
Glover.
You're going into Wonder Woman territory for
But-
sure. There.
Anyways, back to like WandaVision. So I think knowing that that's where this series is going, or like the MCU is going, I feel like they're gonna start trying to introduce these like multiverse stuff and these like alternate realities and things like that. And
I don't think for all of them, but
no, not for all of them, but for like some of them, like especially with Wanda, where she's obviously in tune with magic and all this
and
other
Doctor
crazy
Strange,
stuff.
yeah.
I think it's just gonna be more and more like weird stuff until they build up to this next Avengers level threat.
Yeah. I think this might be their downfall.
Who's Marvel?
Marvels.
Doing magic?
I think it's gonna get too convoluted, and people are just gonna be like, "What
I
the
mean,
fuck is going on?" And
You,
just, like,
yeah, but at the same time, like
lose
they've done
interest.
such great job up to this point that like I trust them with it, and
Everybody's gotta fail eventually, man. You go long enough.
I guess yeah,
you're gonna have some
but
bad shit.
I mean, there's gonna be like some not as great movies or shows or whatever through
Yeah.
the time period,
I'm
but
excited
I think
for the Spider-Man 3.
I'm
the
excited.
Spider-Verse.
I'm really excited. I hope.
So what
it,
the hell are you talking about?
I hope it goes good, but I'm a little worried.
no, I
I'm
mean
a
I
little
get
worried
it.
that
I
it's
get
gonna
it in
get
the
too
sense that
crazy.
like
I feel like
obviously it's a lot to like
it could-
manage.
They know
but-
what they're doing though.
It
but
could
yeah,
get into Wonder Woman
they know what
territory
they're
for
doing.
sure.
Yeah, but they also like not only do they know what they're doing, but they also have all these like comic books that are prior to this that also are good source material for these
Yeah.
specific ideas.
Like they have direction.
Like, yeah, so they have like ideas to work off of as opposed to just like let's make Wonder Woman in 1984 and against Cheetah and
Yeah, but they have so many ideas, and they don't always follow just one comic.
yeah,
They-
exactly.
they do
So
their
they
own
can
thing.
pull like things from like each like different story because Marvel's just like kind of crazy. Like the comic books, they just have like 50 different things going on at the same time, and then they end up just like morphing into this one big event, and then it starts all over in this other new event, and it's just it's
Over and over
weird.
again.
Yeah, and there's just all these like crazy ideas, and I think that them having those to work off of too just helps.
Yeah.
But
So back to the end of episode 3.
Yes.
When after she has the kids and what's her face?
Geraldine.
Yeah, Geraldine and Wanda are there talking. Vision
And-
walks out, and Geraldine makes a comment about
Ultron.
Yeah, about Wanda's brother being killed by Ultron.
Yeah,
And then
then-
shit gets weird again.
Yeah, and this is where it starts like being like, okay, shit's really going on here. Like somebody else in this world knows about this, and this is obviously way before that time period. And like, yeah, we kind of have this idea that this is all like TV recording, because like
Yeah.
at the end of episode 1, I think there was like this like brief moment where like
It zooms out.
they're
Yeah.
zooming out and there's a person watching a TV. We don't know exactly what that was until episode 4, but
And then she does get thrown out.
yeah, so
Yeah, Wanda
she
makes
she
her
gets like
disappear.
really pissed, like that she talked about Pietro and Ultron, like, oh, he was killed by Ultron, right? And she's like, what did you just say?
Yeah, she's like, you need to get the
Who-
fuck out.
What
You
is
need to
what is
leave.
that necklace? Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? And she just like,
Throws her.
yeah, well, we don't
We
see
don't
that
see
yet.
that, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
we
ju-
do.
No, we don't see that.
Yeah, we do.
Not in episode 3, bro. Episode happens in episode
No.
4.
Well,
She's
all,
just gone.
all we see
we
is
see her on the floor.
No.
We see her on the floor, and the trucks come out with all the
Oh.
lights. At
Oh,
the
wait,
end
wait,
of,
wait,
at the end
wait,
of
wait.
3. At the end
Yeah,
of 3.
but we don't see like the actual like.
Him throwing her out.
Yeah.
We
No,
just
but
see
no,
we
no,
just
I
see
didn't
her.
say-
Yeah. Okay.
she
We get what you mean.
comes out of something,
Yeah.
And then she's on the floor.
Yeah, we get
But-
what you
That
mean.
happened at the end of the 3rd one.
Okay.
Vision also has this moment while he's outside of the house. And
Yeah,
Wanda's
he's like
inside.
talking to the neighbors, and like
That was
they're
weird.
like they're whispering to each other, and he's like, "Are you guys okay?" Like, she's like, "Oh, is Geraldine in there?" And then they're like, "Yeah, she's not like the rest of us.
she's not from here or
She's
something
not
like that."
from here." And
She's
she,
at home.
yeah, and they're just being really weird about it. And Vision's like, what?
They
like,
have
what do
this,
you?
like, oh, we've said too much moment.
And they're
they
like,
kinda,
oh, okay, like
break.
we're gonna
Never
go
mind.
back,
Yeah.
like, and then they just like kind of reset, and they're like back into character.
Yeah.
And then Vision's like, okay. And he goes back inside and he's like, oh, where's Geraldine at? They were just talking about her. And then she's like, oh, she left. She had to get out of here real quick. And then the episode ends.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
So
episode
that's with Geraldine
falling.
getting kicked out of.
Falling in a full normal colored world
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
modern clothes and
Her being
technology and
surrounded
stuff.
by.
And now 4th episode.
Yeah.
This is where the shit gets crazy.
Yeah,
Like
this
this
is
is
my
where it
favorite
starts
moment.
like opening up
Whoa.
and
This
everything.
is my favorite moment in the
To
whole
be-
all 4 episodes.
I don't know. It's my favorite one.
My favorite moment.
Oh,
was
my favorite moment.
opening.
The beginning of
episode
episode
4.
Yeah, for sure.
When they show
The snap.
They
The
show
coming back from the snap.
her coming back from the
Yeah,
snap,
yeah,
and
like-
she's just in a hospital, and
She's,
like
like,
everything's
freaking
going
out, like,
crazy.
what the hell's
Like
going on?
everyone's
looking for
coming
her
back.
mom that she was sitting right next to, and then she finds out that it's 5 years later.
Well, you
Like,
know,
that was great.
Because the snap created a lot of problems. Where like,
Yeah.
oh, I never would have thought of that. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's a story there. Like I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
And I was telling you that the other day that, like, I feel like in 20 years, like
They're gonna create a COVID.
they're gonna
movie.
be not a COVID movie, but there's gonna be movies about. It's not gonna be about COVID, but like some sort of like
Problems.
altering
Yeah.
thing, something that we never thought about. Like it created some sort of problem for some. Created something where like, oh, I never would have thought of that like that because of COVID. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be something like that. I'm sure there's already stories like,
Yeah.
going on right now.
I don't doubt it.
But
but
I
yeah.
thought about the same thing about the snap. You know, like some grand thing that affected everybody.
Yeah.
And like you don't
Something
think
as
about,
simple as like being
oh,
at the
coming back, so
hospital.
simple,
Yeah.
like you're at the hospital there, and then like when you come back.
Yeah.
Like, that's
That was
crazy.
great.
And I love like just like how they're like integrating like it's not something that just happened and it's over with. Like no,
Yeah.
there's no lasting effects. No, like no, this had an impact,
Yeah.
and these are like the things that are gonna be like
people die
happening.
when they come back.
Yeah.
Showing all the
People are-
ripple effects, yeah.
People are aged differently. Like the Spider-Man: Homecoming was cool too.
Yeah.
Or, Far Away From Home because half of them were like older, 4 years
Yeah,
older.
yeah.
Or how many?
5 years older.
Yeah, they're however many years older. I'm just like, what the heck? They're like all older.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had to redo their age.
The thing with like couples, obviously, like that's got to be hard too. Like a
Yeah.
bunch of couples and marriages.
And
like,
marriages
yeah,
and
that's
kids
someone
losing
else
their
move on.
parents
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
right.
Like
It's-
it's
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I
like,
think it's worse for the people. Who would you rather be? The person that disappeared and just came back, or the person that stayed there the 5
Neither,
years?
but-
yeah.
Like, who
either
has
way,
it
that would
worse?
suck. I think the person that lost the other person.
yeah, the person that didn't die has the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
if you
person
came
that didn't get
back
snapped.
and then like your life is not just completely different in a second,
Yeah.
like you just
Well, because
gone and then
the
back
thing
and
is, the other
bam.
people suffered for like 5 years.
That's true. Yeah.
You're like you're the people came back like they're in shock and like
They're gonna
but they're
suffer.
probably only gonna suffer for like a year. I mean, the ones that are gonna be affected worse are the people.
That had to live the 5 years adjusting to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would
I
say
guess
so.
having to adjust might take another 5 years. Might be just as painful as I don't think so. I don't think it's as painful as the first 5 who lost like half of the people they knew.
Yeah.
Right? Like
But
that's
yeah,
great.
they lost
it-
so much. That's
yeah.
way darker than having to adjust to this. Like at the same time, people I'm sure are gonna be comforting to the people who came back. Like there's gonna be
Mhm.
programs like there's gonna be help for them. You know, like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
will try to help those people too, and they're gonna be grateful too. Like you guys are back. Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as opposed to the other people who are like, oh, we just lost them for 5 years. Like they had no hope. Like there's nothing for them
Yeah.
for 5 years.
Yeah. And
So episode 4 is essentially just showing
what's going on in
with what's her name?
what was her name before she went in?
Who? What are you talking about?
Geraldine's.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Was
Geraldine.
It wasn't Geraldine.
That
Wait.
wasn't her real
Oh,
name.
okay, so we're talking about her, the character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who she is?
She ends up being a superhero at some point. She's
Oh,
the
really?
daughter of
She's the daughter of
the
the-
Captain Marvel
Of the
pilot.
Yeah, the remember the pilot, the black
The
girl,
black-
her friend.
What?
She's the daughter.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
You guys didn't catch that,
I didn't
huh?
catch
I knew
that.
that.
Oh, Alex didn't catch that. I knew Alex
Wait,
didn't catch that.
wait. How does that fit in the timeline? Oh yeah, that fits because
Yeah,
Captain
'cause
Marvel took place
in the
in,
like the
90s.
yeah.
They,
Oh,
they
and
show her
she-
when they're walking. They show a picture of the mom.
Yeah, she's
in the
oh,
building.
I didn't catch
She's
that.
the
at all.
she
That's
was the
cool.
founder of Sword. So Sword and Shield. Sword is like space stuff.
Mhm.
Shield is like on the planet stuff. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Do you explain that?
Yeah. I
Sword
mean,
and
well, I don't
Shield.
know if they explained it in the show, but that's
Yeah.
Oh
what it.
my
Yeah.
god. I
So
didn't know
she's the
that.
founder of Sword,
Yeah.
and
So she goes back like 3 weeks after she reappears. She
Yeah.
tries to report back to her job, and they tell her
they're
she's
like,
grounded.
"Nah, like
You're back
you're
on
not even
Shield."
supposed to be here, pretty much. Like we
Yeah.
don't even know who you are." And then I guess like he's now like the leader of it because her mom
mom
died.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, we're not." Just because we don't know like what the hell is going on with you guys,
You're
like,
not flying.
yeah, you're grounded. You can't go anywhere. And she's like,
Rambo.
Yeah.
yeah, Rambo. Monica?
Her last name is Rambo.
Was it
Rambo.
Monica?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna
But
figure
yeah,
this
she
out.
gets assigned
Talk
to
about
the. She gets assigned to this
A missing persons case.
Yeah, the missing persons case where she meets the FBI agent who runs into this town. What
And
was
the
it?
FBI agent, he's the guy from Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's a FBI
He's
agent
ready
from
for
Ant-Man.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's the guy that was like watching his house arrest.
For house arrest.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll show up.
Yeah.
my god. They're just tying everything up. Huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. They're using the same characters,
Yeah.
same actors.
He's an FBI
I love
agent.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. Yeah, so she reports to this missing house or missing persons. They find out that it's a whole town that's missing, right? And
Yeah.
then that's
Wait,
kind
so
of.
were okay, I was confused about this too. Were the cops part of the city or not part of the city?
They were from Eastview.
Yeah.
They said.
And Westview doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't see Westview. Like they were literally standing next to the town and next to the sign that
Yeah,
said Westview.
I think there was
and they could not see
something
it.
like kind of weird going on. I don't know if they were like brainwashed or something, but I think
Yeah,
they were.
brainwashed.
Yeah,
They didn't
there
know.
was something going on there that like I'm sure we'll get more explanation
Yeah.
about. But they definitely had some sort of like blank about that because obviously there's a literal sign right behind you
Yeah.
that said
Yeah,
Westview.
town,
Like
whatever, and-
how does it just not
Yeah,
exist?
and they're just
it's
like, "Nope,
been in
doesn't
the
exist."
books forever
Yeah.
or whatever. Like
So that was
Yeah.
interesting. And then she gets sucked into this like force field.
well, yeah.
She
So
decided to go through it.
before that, like so I guess she's really good with drones and stuff like that or something like that.
Mm.
So she puts a drone to go into the city to like scout out what's going on, and it's this little helicopter thing, and that's a helicopter that Wanda ends up finding
Is
in
it?
episode
It
2.
looked a little different.
Yeah,
so
It
they talked
changes.
about that.
Yeah.
So in the
Episode 4.
yeah, it was like towards the end of the episode, she's like, "Oh wait, that's a helicopter we sent in, but why does it look like
Retro down.
yeah retro or something?" And he's like, and then they're like, "Oh, it's probably the production designer
Yeah.
of the show."
So once you go through there,
Yeah,
you
so-
change, your clothes
Yeah,
changes,
like
and everything
it
changes.
fits into that era or whatever.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what
thought that was
happened-
really cool.
That's what happened to the beekeeper dude. When he went
Yeah.
in, he was
Yeah.
like in a hazmat suit, and then he
Turned to a beekeeper.
turns into a
Yeah.
beekeeper with bees
By
around
the
him.
rope, or like it turns
Yeah,
to, like,
turn
jump
it like a
rope.
jump rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a little jump rope.
But
Yeah, so with that, so she ends up like trying to go in to try to find the drone because like she's like, what the hell, it just disappeared into thin air, and she like puts her hand through like this like little glowing bubble thing, and she ends up getting sucked in, and now she's part of that world. So the FBI.
so all this was happening before
Yeah.
the show started.
Yes.
More than likely.
Yeah, just like right
Like, in the
before I
beginning,
think.
Or right in the beginning.
Did
or
she come out in
something.
episode 1? She never came out in episode 1, right?
Yes. Wait,
No, I don't think so.
she
No, I
might
don't
not
think
have.
so.
No.
She
didn't.
comes out in episode 2 when
Yeah.
she meets her at the.
Yeah, so episode 1's probably going on at that point in
Wait,
time.
when they say why does it look all retro? Who said that?
I forgot who.
It was a
It
girl,
was Darcy. Darcy, I think, said it.
The one from
The
Thor.
scientist from Thor. Yeah.
Yeah, so that wasn't the same plane. The black.
God, I missed that as well. I didn't realize it was a scientist from Thor.
What
the
Are
fuck?
you
Yeah,
serious?
I swear. I recognize the actress, but I forgot she came out in Thor.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I forgot she came out in Thor, man.
She wasn't even a scientist. She was just a college
She was an
student.
intern at the
that's
time.
Right, that's right.
She was
Dude, I
interning
just
for
saw Thor
Nat.
'cause
I'm
Lily
getting excited now.
Lily had not seen Thor, and I just saw Thor last night.
Oh,
Dude,
that's awesome.
they
Yeah.
they say something about a Eisenhower Bridge, or I forgot something scientific.
Yeah.
She's like, "What is that?" I'm like, I thought you were a scientist, or I thought you majored in science, like political science.
Political science.
Oh my god, I died.
But she
bro.
ends up being a scientist in what was
I
her
guess she's actually a
studies?
scientist now.
Something wave, something.
She was studying under like Natalie Portman,
Yeah.
so like some sort of like energy wave shit.
So great. It's
But
just
yeah, like
everything.
I thought that was so cool. So obviously, FBI and like Sword and all these other like divisions are all like trying to figure out what the hell's going on because this is like really weird that like 2,000 people just go missing,
Yeah.
especially after the snap.
Yeah.
And so they bring all these scientists in, and Darcy
Well,
is one of the scientists that they bring in. She's from Thor, and I guess she's like one of the first ones to like finally figure out like something that's going on. She like sees like these energy waves. I forget what they called them.
I guess they were able to watch TV.
Yeah, so they were emitting like radio waves and something else, and
Yeah, it
I
was
guess
like-
like those radio waves were actually allowed to broadcast on like older TVs,
Yeah.
and
They were able to watch
Give me
yeah,
an
so
old
they
TV,
they
like
they
one that's not flat.
yeah, so they start like watching the show, and they're like, wait, that's Wanda and Vision. Like, what are they doing in there? They're not supposed to be in there. Like,
I thought he was dead.
yeah, I thought he was dead, and like, so like,
They have the same
they're
question
just
we
as
have.
confused as we are. So like, they're watching it and getting like the same reactions that we are.
And apparently it's a hexagon, the shape of the bubble thing that they're in.
Oh, they did. They
They're
did
Oh
writing-
yeah,
show
they
that,
said something
yeah.
about
They're writing
hexagons a lot, huh?
They're writing boards have questions like, oh, like.
Yeah, I didn't look.
One of them was like, oh, why a hexagon?
Yeah,
Shape of-
I didn't look at that stuff enough, but I remember seeing like a whiteboard and
Why
I.
a TV show? Also,
Yeah.
a question. I don't know. I was like,
But yeah,
really
so
good
they
question.
start like questioning everything, and I feel like they see other stuff that we hadn't seen, like more episodes or something. Like I don't know, it felt kind of weird because like it
There's
seemed like they
something we saw.
referenced stuff that happened that we didn't see yet. But maybe that was just me like missing something.
Probably.
But yeah, so they're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they're as
And-
clueless as we are right now.
Yeah.
The episode ended with us everything still being pretty.
It
Open-ended.
looks like it is WandaVision. Wanda doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, so-
That was
I'm
Geraldine's.
still confused if she knows she's doing it or if she doesn't know.
Yeah,
she's
so-
controlled or she's.
So obviously they find it like they originally see just Wanda and Vision in the show. Like Sal mentioned, like Geraldine was never in the first episode, so they didn't know that that's where she was. But then the second episode shows, and then they're like, "Wait, no, that's her. Like she's in the world now," and so they're obviously trying to contact her and find a way to bring her back. And so that's why they send in the dude with the hazmat that becomes a beekeeper, and then also.
They tried calling her
Darcy,
the
Darcy has this idea like, oh, we can radio in and we can try to contact her, and like, so they try it, and then that was
Episode 2.
Agent Wu like talking to Wanda, asking her if she's okay, who's doing this to you, and then we get to like the final part of episode 3 that we didn't see prior, the whole like her getting mad at her and like using her magic, like what the hell are you doing here?
Right, it
and
shows
shooting
in
her
between
out.
scenes
Yeah.
where we just saw a glitch. It
Yeah.
shows like in between like, which
Yes.
is which sound like she's awake there. Is she like like not playing the role now? Like,
Yeah, she's like,
she
no,
snaps out of
aware.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she snaps out of it, and then she like
But is she snapping out of it? And
she
snapping back
throws
into it?
Geraldine out of the world,
Like,
and yeah.
So.
But and
I don't know,
also,
theories,
okay,
theories.
And okay, no, but also
Anybody have any
when
theories?
Vision comes back.
Oh
he's
yeah,
dead.
that part was
Oh,
so
yeah,
sick.
yeah,
I
yeah.
loved how they did
Yeah,
that.
so it got me thinking. Okay, so is he just moving around her corpse with her magic?
Maybe.
Like, cause right here in the missing piece, in my head I was like, oh, that's what's actually there. Like, it's just a corpse and she's just controlling it, like,
yeah.
with her magic, I guess.
Oh, man, that's
So-
disgusting.
that's what I'm imagining. Like, so now from now it's
That
like
could
just
be
a corpse
it.
moving.
Yeah.
I have two different theories, but I'm gonna go with my original one that it's Wanda and it's like some other force that's inside of her that kind of took over, just like Phoenix, and she's just like fucking up this world because she wants to live like a
I'm
normal
going
life
she's
with
mentally
Vision.
unstable.
That's kind of the same
Because
thing. but
Vision,
sure.
love of her life.
I first thought my other theory was that someone else was controlling her, like another person was
Mhm.
got a hold of her and is fucking everything up. But I think it's her. I think it's herself. Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta imagine this takes place only a few weeks or something after.
Yeah. Everybody. Comes
After
back.
Endgame, so.
Did she come? Oh yeah, well yeah. After
Yeah,
Endgame.
like she was fine in Endgame.
Wait,
Yeah.
She fucking lived 5 years.
Okay, oh yeah, I was gonna ask that. I asked that way, because I know she comes out in Infinity War. That's when Vision dies.
Yeah, Endgame, she's like the one that like is able to stop Thanos for like a
Right.
bit.
I guess this is already 5 years after, right?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, so this didn't happen right after Vision died, because Vision died
No. This happened
5 years
after.
before.
Yeah.
Everybody comes back, but
Mm.
Vision doesn't come back, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vision died.
Yeah.
but maybe I don't know. Maybe got to her.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it could have
Could it
just
be?
been like, cause like Infinity War happened, he died, and she was just gone for what felt like an instant, but it's been 5 years, so maybe she still is grieving over it, and
Yeah.
she's like losing control of her powers.
Or maybe she's realized like all these people came back, but Vision didn't come back.
I'm so confused why they couldn't bring them. They probably should have been able to bring them back when they had the stones before they brought everybody back.
What are you telling me?
Wait, what? Oh, bring the heroes back before?
Bring like they did the snap thing and then they destroyed the stones, or they had to take them back. But before they did that, why not bring back
Vision?
Widow
Oh.
and Vision.
Yeah, I don't know if
Can
that's
you
how
do
that
that?
worked. No,
Why not?
I think they
Because they
what
were
he did, he
dead,
reversed.
dead,
He
right?
reversed what Thanos had done.
Right. But I'm not talking
I
about
don't-
reversing.
I don't
This is like
think-
a separate thing.
I don't think you just bring people back to life.
Well, I didn't think that either, but apparently you could just snap people away.
Yeah, he
So
didn't
then
really
you could.
kill them though. I
They were
think
just,
he's
like in an alternate.
yeah. Oh, so
thing.
what I first thought actually was that world that WandaVision was in. I thought that was gonna be where all the people went, all the people that disappeared. That would have been cool, man. I was kind of hoping that was gonna be it.
That would have been interesting.
That all the people that disappeared kind of ended up in this weird, wacky
But
world.
she didn't
and
die though. She didn't disappear though.
I know, but she's got like crazy powers. I don't know. I was hoping they would work that in there or something like But
Yeah.
That would've been too much. I don't know.
So right now we're on episode 4. I think there's a total of 8 or 9 episodes.
Is there?
I think. Wait, what? Why is he in the cast?
Only
Don't tell
nine-
me.
Don't
Spoilers.
look at the future cast members, bro. You're gonna find out Spider-Man comes out.
Stupid.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You know,
I think there's supposed to be 8 or 9 episodes.
It doesn't
and,
matter.
And then obviously we're at the halfway point, so I think either
pretty.
they're gonna do like 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then the final episode,
What's left? Oh, 80s, 90s, 2000.
and then
That's
final
four more
episode.
episodes.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know if they're gonna do that, like where they're just gonna do those 3 eras, and then they're gonna do like
Yeah.
break it into actual reality type of deal, or if it's gonna be something else.
Well, after 2000, like we're not gonna be able to tell much about.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much
Yeah.
different
It's
era
gonna be like they're
changes.
gonna be a coffee shop, like.
Yeah.
Let's be nice.
Maybe their
Uh,
clothing. I think it will still be decade by decade, but
Yeah.
you won't be able to tell after 2000.
But yeah, I think
9 is probably the last year you could tell.
I think like majority of the next couple episodes are gonna be them like doing the show, getting more clues as to what's going on,
Yeah.
and maybe 5 or 10 minutes tops like of them discussing like what's like happening in the world.
Any possible villains in the Marvel universe that could be involved?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I don't know enough about all the different villains and stuff like that, but I mean it's possible.
What
I
about the dude from Spider-Man, Mysterio? He died, right? Did he die?
I don't know now.
thought you
I
shot
feel
him.
like he did,
He
right?
shot himself.
He shot himself.
I'm not
but,
sure either.
Did he shoot him?
But-
oh yeah.
But also like the whole video of
You think
him like
Mysterio? No, it's not Mysterio. It's
it
definitely.
can't be Mysterio. I
it's
don't think it's
She's
him.
doing stuff, bro. What do you mean?
I mean she's definitely a part of the reason of everything
Yeah.
going on. But like the thing that's weird is like the energy field that surrounds it doesn't look like her energy. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not part of her magic. You mean because the
Yeah, because like usually when
She
she
has the
uses her
magic.
powers, like that like red glowy stuff comes out. But the
It should've
field
been red.
looks different. Yeah.
to
Well,
hide it from everybody else. That's why.
I'm more excited for Loki. I'm very excited
Really?
for Loki. Yeah, I've been excited for Loki.
I don't know
more than
about Loki.
WandaVision.
I think it'll be interesting.
It
This
looks
will be
cool,
good,
but-
man.
I'm excited for Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's the one I'm least excited for. I don't know why.
I like those characters, so I think it'd be cool.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm excited for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight would be cool.
Ooh.
Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happened to the Eternal? The
Are
Eternals?
we rating
or-
this? Do we rate these?
I don't know. Maybe just as a whole by the
Nah,
end.
Let's not rate them. Yeah, we'll rate them.
We can still rate them. No, okay.
I mean, they're 8 or
incomplete.
higher for me.
They're
Like,
incomplete.
They're what?
They're incomplete. It's
Eight
hard.
and-
But how do you
eight-
feel? How do you
eight
feel
or
about
higher
these
for each
shows
of-
as like compared to like the movies, or
I like it because, like, honestly, I think,
is it a good idea to keep putting
Yeah.
out
I
these
think
shows?
so.
yeah, I think this is a good format for them to like have these in between things. Because, like, what it should have technically happened, right, was it was supposed to be Black Widow came out, and
WandaVision.
then WandaVision, then another movie, then Captain and
Immortal should have been out already too. I think.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. A lot of movies should have been out already because of COVID, but like, well, 2 at least.
Everything's being crunched up.
Yeah, so like they have
Time
to like
up to
space
it.
it out
When is
differently.
Black Widow gonna come out?
It's supposed to come out like next
this-
month, I think, or March.
No, I think they pushed it back already. I'm
Yeah,
not
they
sure.
pushed it back. It was supposed to come out in May, I think.
Well, May hasn't come out yet.
Well, this past May.
Oh, well,
last
yeah.
year? Yeah.
It was supposed to come out this past December.
Yeah,
God.
but keeps
But-
getting pushed
but
back.
COVID.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited for these shows going forward because I think they have really good production quality so far. Like it doesn't look like bad special effects or anything.
Yeah,
It's all the
that's my
same
favorite part, yeah.
actors. they're bringing in like these side characters that were like had small roles but were like funny in those roles or
Yeah.
cool in those roles. So I think it's cool. And then they're introducing new ideas too at the same time. So I think it's gonna be awesome. Like just going forward, like the villain in Falcon and Winter Soldier is gonna be the villain from Civil War. I think.
Is he? The
Zemo's
skull guy?
Zemo's coming back.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
Zemo.
Yeah.
Oh, Civil War.
The bacon guy.
I thought the-
I thought he died. Oh
No,
no,
he
they
didn't
arrested
die.
him.
They arrested him.
Oh,
Zemo.
really?
So he's gonna be.
Yeah, okay,
he's gonna.
that gets me pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
actually.
I like that. Yeah.
He was a good.
So-
You know what? Yeah, this show should be, if they do it right, it should be like Captain America, Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's like that.
Yeah,
That'd be
like
great.
like
Like a spy thriller
like a
type
spy
thing.
thriller, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for Loki, man. I can't wait
And
for
then
Loki.
Loki looks like really weird but cool too. Like
Hey, when's the
time
Hulk gonna
traveling
get
and
his own
stuff.
standalone, man? I'm waiting for a Hulk movie.
I don't know if I want a Hulk standalone now.
They're doing a
I
She-Hulk.
don't like. I feel like Hulk so far has been like the weakest one. Like
Ugh,
Professor
I'm
Hulk,
so upset.
I
I
don't
like
I don't
Professor
like
Hulk.
it that much. I wish that they
Especially-
kind of kept it separate still.
They should have hulked
But-
him up in this last one. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best parts about Hulk is the fact that he can't control it and like
He just
he's
gets
a-
more and more strong and
He's
stuff.
a risk factor.
Yeah,
but
but-
he's badass at the same time.
But yeah,
All right.
I
Let's wrap it
think
up.
that's pretty much all we have to say about it. We'll be back not next weekend, but the following.
No, we'll still be in
Oh.
Costa Rica then.
Oh, so 2
weeks after that.
Yeah. Maybe me and Sal will just
Yeah.
talk about it,
I can do
or
Smash Bros.
We can
Skype
do.
you. We'll Skype you.
yeah, something
yeah,
like that.
I'll put in my review or something on Instagram, like a quick one.
Stupid.
Or
Yeah.
send you guys one.
And then yeah,
For
we'll just
WandaVision.
go by that, and then maybe me and Sal will watch a movie for next week or the following.
You know what Sal should do? Attack on
What?
Titan.
You should watch Attack on Titan.
Bro, no, you know what you should do? A Mandalorian.
You haven't watched Mandalorian yet?
I have not
What
watched.
the fuck are you
the
doing?
second-
Exactly.
Dude, I didn't like the first season, man.
The second season's way better.
It's way better,
hope
like
so.
infinitely better.
I don't know.
But-
It's way better. I think so too.
That's gonna do it, you guys.
Baby
Thanks
Yoda's
for
overhyped.
watching. How dare you?
What's that?
Baby Yoda was overhyped. It's just like,
How dare you?
so
It's
stupid.
not Baby Yoda.
He has a name.
He has a name.
You would know if you watched it. Anyways, yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Thanks you guys for watching. It'll be on YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
Peace.